Chapter 1. Names and places have been changed. The Mangina Chronicles follows the real-life experiences of someone I will refer to as Mangina Fred.
Hi. I am Emily. My mom is a feminist, and my dad is a Mangina. These are their stories.
Part 1. The coffee. Mangina Fred called me the other day. He's a cheap bugger, so he recently got some free coffee with a 7-Eleven coupon. He discovered that, somehow, the caffeine helps him deal with his wife and child better. However, his wife complains she doesn't like the smell of coffee. He said the next time he gets a coffee, that maybe he'll just wait for his coffee to get cold, before he brings it into the house. I suggested the next time she complains about the smell of coffee, that he just talk to himself aloud and ask himself, what kind of Nazi tells me what I can drink in my own home? Not surprisingly, he did not take my advice. Part 2. The Dog Walker. With her various chronic illnesses, some probably imagined, Mangina Fred's wife has convinced him that the cold night air bothers her breathing. She really just hates the cold. So every night around 9 p.m., he is the one that takes the dog for a walk, so that it can do its business. Last February, our area broke a record. The average daily low temperature was -19°C, or for our American friends, -2.2 Fahrenheit. Although his wife seems to love their $1,900 dog more than her own child, or husband for that matter, it was his responsibility to take the groomers as well. So on the first day of March, he takes the dog to get groomed, which coincidentally was the warmest day in over a month. The dog groomer took longer than expected, so because he has the only car, she had to walk a few blocks to pick up their kid from school, and all the way back. She was not happy. Somehow in her warped logic, it was her husband's fault, and not the groomer. Part 3. GPS. Mangina Fred's wife takes the 7-year-old kid to Brownies, on other side of town, and has over an hour to kill. Fred suggested she drive down the road, a few blocks, to a mall to check out a store for a birthday present, for their kid's friend. She refuses. He says fine in a calm voice, then she decides to go. She gets to the store, and after she was done looking, leaves the store, and somehow forgot which direction she came from, and makes a wrong turn. She gets lost, calls him on her cell phone, and proceeds to blame him for her getting lost. After he gives her directions on how to get back, she makes it back in plenty of time to pick up their kid from her meeting. I asked Fred if they had GPS in the car. He said there is GPS in car, but she can't be bothered to learn it. Not knowing what make or model, I asked him if there was an icon on the touch screen called Home. There is. Part 4. Blood pressure. Not surprisingly, Fred's last visit with his doctor revealed that he might have high blood pressure. It measured 165/90-something. To be sure that he wasn't just suffering from white coat syndrome, he was told to wear a special blood pressure cuff, which would record his blood pressure, for 24 hours, every half hour. Fred's wife says she's concerned about it, but told me that she pins the blame all on their 7-year-old autistic daughter. Not a single mention of her own role, his dad's deteriorating health from Parkinson's disease, him picking up the slack because she's sick more often than not, or him doing the majority of the housework and child rearing. This concludes this chapter. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you. This is Canadian MGTOW, signing off. Save yourself. Go MGTOW.